Hi everyone. एक question था. There was one question asked by one of the students. Uh, he was not able to solve this problem, right? So I think after watching my lecture, you should be able to solve this problem. Okay. In analog circuit in particular, right? So I'm just going to solve one question that was asked in GATE 2019. Okay, in electronics and communication. So if you know basic voltage division rule, right? Okay, then you can solve this question. Okay, and if you have the idea about average, what is the meaning of average and all, right? So let us move to this question, okay, and try to solve it. Okay, so let us move to our favorite board screen, okay, whiteboard, right? So this was the question. So we have to solve this question. What was this question? This question was asked in GATE 2019 in EC branch, okay, for 1 mark. So as long as this question is for 1 mark, you should not waste much time, right? So let us read the question. In the circuit, Vs is a square wave of the period t with maximum and minimum value is given, right? 8 volt and minus 10 volt respectively. Assume that the diode is ideal. Okay, so if the diode is ideal, it means in the classroom I have discussed the diode is ideal. You have to replace the diode if it is turned on by short circuit, and if it is off, you have to replace it by open circuit. And there is both resistance values are given like R1 and R2 50 ohm, and both resistance value is same, right? So you have to find the average value of VL, okay, the average value of the voltage across this R2, right? So how to approach this question? You know that if we are in the positive half cycle, so this diode will be off. Yes, this diode is going to be off, right? So if you are in positive half cycle, means if you're applying 8 volt here, so this diode is gonna be off, means your circuit becomes simple voltage divider circuit, right? So here you are applying 8 volt and the resistances are, same R1 and R2, right? So the voltage across this will be what? That is going to be 4 volt. I believe this is fine, okay? If the resistances are same, means the voltage is going to be divided. Okay, this 8 volt is going to be divided. Okay, and the voltage across this R2 is going to be 4. Needless to write any equation. Okay, so if you are in positive half cycle, okay, then your diode is going to be off. See, in this circuit there is no capacitance and anything. You don't have to worry about time constant and anything, right? This circuit was very simple. Okay, there is a diode and there is a resistance, that's it. If you know the simple property of ideal diode, if diode is on, you have to replace it by short circuit. If the diode is off, you have to replace it by open circuit. So when you are in a positive half cycle, like when you are applying positive, you can say positive maximum voltage to the input of this circuit, so your diode is going to be off, because the direction of the diode, if you to take a look here, is opposite. Okay, understand the direction of the diode. Okay, when the diode is going to be on, the current is going to flow like this. Fine. So when diode is going to be on, when you are in the negative half cycle, or you can say when you are applying minus 10 volt, right? So you can apply minus 10 volt here, so diode is going to be on. If the diode is on, then what will happen? This resistance will be short circuited. Okay, because the diode is on and there is a resistance value, and the short circuit is in parallel with the R1, right? So R1 will be also short circuited, right? So the circuit is going to be like this. And you can say that if this is minus 10 volt and this is nothing but your R2, so what will be your VL? Your VL is going to be minus 10 volt only, guys. Why minus 10 volt? Because the input is connected across that R2 resistance now. Understand? In this case, your diode is off. Sorry, diode is on, right? And R2 also, sorry, R1 also has got short circuited, right? Then now you have got these two values. Okay, the maximum value is 4 and the minimum value is minus 10. You can find out the what? You can find out the the average value. Since input is given as a square waveform, output will also be square waveform only. Why? Because there is no capacitance or any kind of thing, right? It is simply a diode and the resistor circuit. So what we can do here is we can draw the circuit, I mean we can draw the waveform, right? So this waveform is going to be like this. Okay, this waveform is going to be like this. Understand? And you can say that this is plus 4 volt and this is nothing but minus 10 volt. Okay, minus 10 volt. Understand? This is minus 10 volt. And the zero is going to be somewhere here, the zero line, you can say. This is zero line. Okay, this is your VL. Now can you tell me where will be the average? Average is going to be somewhere middle, in the middle, right? So you can say this is the average. You can say V average. Okay, so as we know that if we go up and if we go down, okay, the difference is going to be same in both the cases, right? So what is the difference here, guys? That is nothing but 4 minus V average is equal to, the difference here is nothing but V average plus 10 volt. Understand? The change, if you go up, okay, above the average, and change below the average must be same. Okay, that is called as average. Okay, that is nothing but average. Average always lies in the middle of these two voltages, 4 and you can say minus 10. Understand? So now we can solve this. So this is going to be 4 minus 10 is equal to what? This is going to be 2 average. So this will give you the average voltage as, minus 6 by 2, which is nothing but minus 3 volt. The answer for this question is what? The answer for this question is minus 3 volt. Okay, this question was NAT question. I hope this makes sense. So how do we solve this question? If you know basic voltage division rule, and if you have studied in class 12th, okay, then this question can be done. If you have the basic knowledge about when diode is on, you have to replace it by short circuit. When the diode is off, you have to replace it by open circuit. So this problem is done, right? So you can solve this question within 30 seconds. You have to ignore all the details, right? You have to just focus on the object, the diode, okay, nonlinear diode, okay, that is ideal diode. And as long as the diode is ideal, your problem becomes very simple. Okay, you have to only check, and whatever input is applied here, since it is a resistive and the diode circuit, okay, purely resistive and the diode circuit, you can say resistance and the diode is connected, okay, no capacitance, no inductors are given, so you don't have to worry about anything. Your output is going to be what? The square waveform only, but that maximum value and the minimum value might change depending upon the diode status. So I think you might have understood this solution. We will further take up your doubt, and I hope you might have understood everything. Thank you.